What's happening? The NBA offseason just got a lot more crazier. I can tell you one thing. Joe Dumars has been a part of the New Orleans Pelicans organization for maybe a month and a half. He done came over and he done put his imprint all on this team. You know Joe Dumars, two-time champion, played alongside Isaiah Thomas and the Bad Boy Pistons, who should get a lot of credit for the Detroit Pistons changing things around across there. You know, he set the culture over there. Moved on to the 76ers front office, did some things over there. Now he's in charge of constructing a playoff team and hopefully a championship team in New Orleans. He came over and he was like, look at this. Zion Williamson, you are a franchise player, but in order for you to succeed, we must put the right pieces around you. And me, for one, I'm so excited about this move because for the last 2 years or year and a half, I've been saying this. I swear I've been saying this. They need to trade CJ McCollum and get a legit point guard. You know? So you know what they do? They bought in DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray got hurt. You know, when I look at CJ McCollum, he's a nice player, but he just wasn't the guy that the Pelicans needed. So they traded CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a second-round pick for Jordan Poole, Saddaq Bey, the number 40th pick in this year's NBA draft. That was a home run trade because you get Jordan Poole, a guy who has a championship ring, a guy who can play the point guard or the two position, a guy, you know, who was with the Wizards. No one really watched him. But we know Jordan Poole is talented. He can go get you 20 a night. You know, last year with the Wizards, he gave you 20 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. For his career, he gave you 17 points, 4 assists. You know, so he could give you buckets. That was an excellent move. You could put Jordan Poole at the point guard position until DeJounte Murray comes back from injury. And then once Murray come back, you can run Murray, Jordan Poole, probably Saddaq Bey, Trey Murphy, Zion Williamson. However you want to run it. You can run small ball for sure. Or you can run the big man that they got from France, I think. Missy, Zion Williamson, Trey, Jordan Poole, to go with Murray. Like, this team got choices now. When you look at their roster nice. At the point guard position, you got Jordan Poole, Jose Alvarado, and DeJounte Murray. That's nice. You could just rotate them boys up in there. That's a three-headed monster at the point guard position. When you move over to the two spot, you got Antonio Reeves. He showed promise last year with the Pelicans, undrafted player from Kentucky. He nice to go alongside Jordan Hawkins. We all see he a star in the making. Then you got at the small forward position, Saddaq Bey, Herb Jones, and you got Bruce Brown. That's nice. You could switch. You got versatility at the 3 spot and scoring. At the 4 spot, you will have Zion Williamson, Trey Murphy, Carlo Markovic, the overseas forward / centers. That dude can shoot the 3 and he nice. And at the 5, you got Missy and Jeremiah Robinson Earl. I think the team need to go after another big man and potentially another forward, you know. So with the draft on the way, I think they probably going to look at the big man from Duke, Kaman Malak. Big man from Duke, you know. If not, man, I'm praying this move right here happen. He still should be on the board too, unless a team in the top 6 pick feel otherwise. Derek Queen. If the Pelicans could go get Derek Queen and team him up with Zion Williamson, I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. Pelicans making the playoffs, man, and they gonna be problems down the line. I know everybody talking about the Houston Rockets, the Dallas Mavericks, and the San Antonio Spurs. That's a tough division. Right now, as it sits, the Pelicans are last in that division. But look at the teams. You got San Antonio with Wembanyama. Who says he's going to be able to stay healthy in his career? You got Dallas Mavericks. We all see Anthony Davis. He's not always healthy. You got Kyrie, who was a year older. You know what I'm saying? And you got the Rockets. They were good last year, but this another year coming in here. They got to put everything together. All it takes is an injury or two, something to happen with a team, and the Pelicans could have a chance to at least fight for a playoff spot, man. Maybe have the potential of winning the division if they could play ball and shock some teams. Look at the Detroit Pistons. No one seen them making a big jump like they did. No one. No one seen them making the playoffs like that. They took the Knicks to the wire. Why? They built their team and they just developing their young stars. The same thing the New Orleans Pelicans have a chance to do, man. I'm really loving what the Pelicans are doing right now. This draft that's coming up going to be crucial for their future success because they got 3 picks in the upcoming draft. They have the 7th pick, the 23rd pick, and they just acquired the 40th pick. Now, I know that 23rd and that 40th pick probably ain't going to really be a rotational player or nothing like that, but it could at least be a player that in a year and a half or two, you could bring in, let them develop, and eventually work them into that rotation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at the Pelicans team, they got too much talent on that team to say they should not be in the playoffs every year. You got Herb Jones, a stud defensively, who has improved this offensive game. These boys nice, man. You got the big man from France, Missy. He play like Derek Lively at times. He be balling. Jeremiah Robinson Earl, who used to be with the Thunder, he's a stretch 5. You know, that's what the NBA is about nowadays. They got the pieces, you know, to be real competitive in this league. They must put it together, you know. And another thing, the head coach, Willie Green, he must become more vocal and demanding of this team. That laid back composure that he be having, I need to see more, man. He need to knock some fire into this team, man, because the fan base deserve it, man. You never know. Joe Dumars probably not finished yet. He might move one of these players and make a trade before the draft come, or trade that number 7th pick for a nice star player or something like that. You never know, you know. Y'all be on the lookout for these Pelicans, man. That division with the Rockets, the Mavs, and the Spurs gonna be lit. This Sports Savvy TV. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of this trade.